The four of you are rummaging around in books in the Prime Archive. You're looking for some evidence of where Bend might live. I'm just going to go ahead and start off the session by revealing our first Sooth card. Sooth card today, the Incriminating Skull.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Sounds incriminating.
There's a lot of meanings to the Incriminating Skull, and it is currently doubly enhancing gold magic, so that's cool. I believe this is the card that had revealed the journal last time. One of the things that it does is reveal evidence.
Does gold magic affect passives?
No, it only works for actives.
Actives? Okay. Just want to make sure.
You all are thumbing through books trying to find something with Ben's address, and you become aware that Bend is probably not his full name.
Oh. Yeah, that's a weird name, huh?
Well, everyone's name's a weird name around here.
Deep.
I definitely use this as an excuse to stop looking at the books. I'm having deep thoughts. I just don't want to anymore.
Are you asleep?
Yes?
Alright, just so long as I know where we're at.
Malin, while you are looking through some books trying to find something that would have Ben's location on it, you discover, one, the name of Ben's species is the lacuna, and two, there's a stronger concentration of lacuna here in Fartown near a place called the False Arch.
Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, I found something.
Very good.
Yes, turns out that I don't know where Bend is specifically, but there should be a lot of them nearby at the False Arch.
Question, what if he's not from Fartown? What if he's from a different district? The
Then
party was in someplace else, wasn't it?
Well, but maybe one of them knows the others, you know, if they're community or colony. I don't know.
That's basically what I was
Follow-up
hoping
question,
for.
is that racist?
Well, is it a race or species? I don't really understand how. Professor, you're the, book smart one of the group, isn't you?
I want to use my hidden knowledge. I just mark off a hidden knowledge and know this thing, right? Is that how
So
that works?
what hidden knowledge does is it gives you +1 to a roll. It can be used in addition to using Bennett. But I like the idea that you have this obscure bit of trivia. So if you just mark off a hidden knowledge, I'll give it to you. So you know that first, lacuna is a species, not a race. And second, they tend to live in tight-knit communities. So it would be sensible to think that they might know each other.
QED.
What?
Qued?
I don't know anyone named QED.
Although Bend isn't his real name.
Oh, do you know another one of them fellers?
I do not.
Oh my. The other alternative, of course, is to go to the house where the party was and see if the gentleman who hosted it knows our friend Bend, but probably not, since he didn't know us and we managed to get in.
Well, but maybe he's been, investigating the whole disturbance
Right.
that was there. I mean, he may have a lead.
The authorities might know also.
Okay, so our options are go to Portland Village.
And just shout, I guess.
Okay, well, alright.
Hello.
Okay, good. Okay, no,
Hello!
okay, yes. Very good. Practice for shouting.
Yes.
Don't practice shouting in a library.
Malin's practice shouting is probably fine. Anyone else would get in trouble, but...
Go find Oswald Cobblepot and find out if Bend had a legitimate invitation or just stole it off a Mucky Club floor like we did. And the third would be...
Potato.
Third would be to find the police cops and see if they knew about him or interviewed him as a witness. And would just kind of give us information about their investigation for no reason.
That seems unlikely, but
I don't know anything about police cops.
In this world, anything is possible, I think.
Yeah.
Was the card shoe canon? I forget.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah?
But that's the cops of a specific region of Fartown.
Right.
This isn't even in Fartown.
Oh, okay.
So the card shoe is not this spot.
Yeah. Is there an FBI, a citywide police force?
So there are two tiers of police force here. The regional authorities figure out how they want to police their own district. Whatever they do, it's up to them, it's at their discretion. And then there's the Tha, which are acknowledged to be a police force, but they sort of just show up when things like violent crimes are happening and exact punishment on the spot.
Oh.
They don't always show up, but sometimes they do. And all of the regional authorities give jurisdiction to the Thaw.
Okay.
Why am I picturing the agents from the Matrix?
Oh, really? I was on Judge Dredd.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Well, I was just picturing references to our D&D campaign, and that's not good. Lisa, we're not chanting anything. We can't chant, Lisa.
There is actually a horse involved with the Thaw, which doesn't make sense to our viewers, but does make sense to the people at this table. But they ride on stone horses.
Cool.
The horses aren't animate in any way. Like, the horses will levitate.
Oh.
Aw. I liked the imagery of a child, like, making clip-clop noises, but, like, just holding a totally stationary horse.
They followed by a guy with a coconut.
Okay, so my vote is Oswald Cobblepot.
I'm sorry.
He's
Who is this person? What?
the penguin.
Oh, right. She nicknamed the gentleman who was throwing the party.
Because he looks like Oswald Cobblepot.
Right.
And you assured me, you told me that you knew who Oswald Cobblepot was.
Yes, I certainly do. I just didn't remember that you had made some bullshit up.
It's not made up. Once you see him, you will understand.
Perhaps I shall. We shall see.
So you guys exit the Prime Archive, and you make your way to the Manor of Lord Sebatal.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're changing locations, I'll draw a new card from the Sooth Deck. And we have the Forbidden Game. Its meanings are danger, intelligence, strategy, and balance. It's letting you know that you're walking into a dangerous situation, but one that, if played carefully, could work out in your favor. You arrive at Sebatal's Manor and approach the doorway. I suppose for the professor who hasn't seen this before, the walls of the place move like they're made of fire. They're a solid thing, but they kind of like flick up into the sky. The doorway, and you can see where a door should be, is just a solid wood with absolutely no seam or anything to indicate that this would open for you.
And only Rachel just freezes in place and blanches, just bone white.
What are you doing? Let's go.
Remember, this was your idea.
I remember. Excuse me a second. I need to pick something up.
I make a snow.
Hold on, can you at least wait until we're inside? Or close to?
Maybe it won't ask us to put anything on its... let's check out the door.
Yeah, sure.
Now, I don't see a door here.
Hey, door.
You will.
You awake?
Oh, right.
Oh, hello! And what brings you to my lovely self?
Well, we was hoping to maybe have a word with your proprietor?
Lord Sebatal.
Yeah, that Lord Sebatal chap. He seemed like a nice fellow, and we got some questions, I suppose?
I suppose you don't know him very well. I could hear your stage whisper.
Oh, right.
He's just not good at remembering names.
Me?
Yes.
See, he can't even remember his own.
He's a very clever fellow. And very big-hearted, just sometimes names slip his mind. You mustn't hold it against him.
I just got a lot going on in my head some days. I didn't mean to offend.
You can go ahead and make an interact roll. Is that the stat I'm thinking of?
Interaction?
Interaction.
Yes. I should spend some things. Perhaps 2.
How does helping people work?
Well, in this case, I'm having him make the roll for the group, but you guys have been helping with your conversation.
Okay.
You are adjusting the difficulty.
I'm contributing.
We are helping.
So 1 die plus 2 for spending the qualia, and I don't believe I have any conversational skills.
You get plus 1
Neither
for
do I.
spending...
If I spend 2, Bene. Or can I only
Do you
spend
have a
one?
secret to spend 2?
No.
Then you can only spend
one?
one.
Okay. Right, forgot
The
about that.
professor can spend up to 3.
Yeah.
Because he has a secret for it.
Well, I'll spend the 1 then. Roll the die. So 6 total?
Well, to be fair, I suppose I don't know all of your names. I can't really hold it against you.
Yes, I've never been here at all myself.
Very generous of you.
Well, okay. What the heck? Come on in. And its mouth opens up, and you can see the inside of the manor on the other side of the mouth.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Onward then, and in we go.
Pardon? Excuse me? Pardon?
Again, they don't mean to offend. It's fine.
Oh.
Thanks.
I didn't do anything with this.
And upon reaching the other side, the door seals back off. You see some thought forms milling about the place, and one of them seems to take notice of you, holds up a finger, and moves off.
I suppose we should wait here then.
Serious question, though. Would anyone keep those, in their employ after
That's sort of what I was thinking.
the incident?
They went a little bonkers, and they're still running the place.
Are these the same ones?
Can you tell?
I don't know that I could identify a thought form from another.
Is
Anyone-
that racist?
Anyone who was at the party can use a perception roll to try to identify if these are the same thought forms.
2.
What color was that? Blue? That's blue, right?
Yeah.
So does that mean I can use a skill for free if it's blue?
For
Or
2
cheaper?
less if it's blue. Normally,
Oh.
1 less from the card, but doubled because...
Okay, well it is 2, so
Oh, then
I'm pretty
yes,
sure
for
we are
free.
many gives me a bonus to perception.
When a card is modifying the effects of a kind of magic, and it's placed on that sun,
Okay.
then the effects of it are doubled.
So it's just a cool fluke.
Although, sorry, that's not...
Because
that's
this was
not the
gold
blue
and
sun.
gold, but this, yeah.
That's the green sun.
Oh,
so
is it?
the blue one isn't doubled.
I thought it said blue at this bottom.
This one enhances blue, so it reduces the cost by 1.
But
Oh,
it's not
on...
double the effect
Right,
because
right,
it's
right.
on the green
I got
sun, not the blue sun.
Gotcha.
This
Yeah.
one's the blue sun.
So we are many adds 3 bene to perception, the perception pool. And that lasts until...
Until you use them.
That seems like a fair deal to me. And that's sorcery, right? To cast a spell? Cast a ability?
Oh, using an ability? Yeah, that would be sorcery. So you'll spend 1 out of sorcery to get 3 into perception.
That sounds like a good trade.
So I'm going to spend a Benjamin and roll 2. No, roll and then add 1.
Right. Sortilege lets you roll an extra die.
Right. I definitely know how to. 9.
Very good. Are you rolling as well? You can if you want to.
Yeah, sure. I may as well. I was talking about it, so... No, 6, again.
I'm gonna roll, but it will be mediocre at best.
Thought forms look the same to Malin.
Yeah. Is that racist?
Malin has an existential crisis.
Yeah, you've got some real soul searching to do, Mally.
The other 2 of you understand that these are not the same thought forms you saw previously.
Okay, the old ones got
Fired. For the riot they started.
Fired or destroyed?
Speciesist?
perhaps they just didn't come back.
Also, just because it's come up a couple of times so far this session, race and species are not big deals in the actuality because you can change them when you want.
Yes. A head is no fish.
Yeah, it doesn't really even make sense to judge someone by race or gender, knowing that they might be a different one tomorrow.
It's true. But we are coming off of a long stay in shadow. So we're a little bit confused by
Yep.
that.
We're trying. I've just realized that I armed myself.
Oh,
It is
that's
starting to
horrible.
melt.
The snowball. Is the fountain still here?
The
There's...
champagne fountain?
The fucking swan.
Does he just have a
Just have-
24/7 eternal champagne fountain in his house?
They would have readjusted the pumps and all that to handle champagne. You know what? Never mind. Just throw your snowball somewhere where it's not going to disturb nobody.
You should throw it at 11th Street.
Not at me. I heard that.
It looks like where the fountain goes is a water fountain that it's not currently making any kind of ice swans.
Real subtle. Just, bloop, that's all it takes. Or you could give it to me if you don't want to.
Okay, I give it to
So
11th
good.
Street.
Hey guys, who should I throw it at?
Eat it!
It's not yellow or nothing, is it?
That's fine.
I'll lick it.
Oh, dearie, I don't think that's what you're supposed to do with that.
Yeah, no, let's get rid of this.
So did you just want me to give it to you so you could taste it?
Well, I just had a memory from Shadow. What were they called? Snow cones?
Oh, wow, snow
Oh.
cones.
Tasty, right? Sorry, I just got confused.
At this point, a rotund fellow starts waddling his way down a staircase.
Don't be using that name you give them. Treat them respectfully.
What name, Lord Sabaton?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and you are in my home.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having us.
Didn't know I was.
Perhaps you should speak with your door then.
He's quite the chatty feller.
Thank you for throwing a lovely
Party. And Rachel kind of grabs the hem of her sweatshirt and curtsies.
It was a lot of fun, kind of.
Yes, I do hope that the next one has fewer disturbances.
Yeah.
Why? Never mind.
No, I get the impression that finale wasn't exactly as planned.
Yes, that would be accurate. I lost my prize.
The blue scroll, right?
Yes, the object of the legacy. It's invaluable.
Well, about that, we were actually trying to help track down the thief because of unrelated other crimes. And we noticed that the thief escaped through a Lacuna guest of yours. And we were wondering if he was somebody's +1 or if he was on your guest list. Basically, if you could help us track down a fellow who introduced himself as Bend.
Unrelated other crimes?
I was actually really hoping that one would just slide by and I wouldn't have to explain myself. Because that happens more often than not. People just kind of want to assume I haven't said anything and move forward.
Ah, yes, I've heard of that, actually. It's just like a weird societal thing that they just continue on the conversation without ever acknowledging the thing that you've said.
Yes.
That said, do you know if the police know this gentleman's name?
I can look for the guest list for you, but what are you going to do for me?
I mean, we're trying to find your prize.
And you'll return it to me when you find it.
I mean, I don't want it.
Also, we've established that your doorman is not as secure as perhaps it should be, so that's something.
Lisa, what? Lisa, what?
We're doing things for him. Shut up.
We're white hat hackers now, just showing him the vulnerability in his system for a price. Like, fuck.
You know,
No, this is for free.
Your house isn't secure. Your restaurant's not secure. There's all these places
Okay, well,
we've
that
broken
was
in.
not his restaurant.
Eh.
I'm sorry, I believe we have missed a step. Who are you?
Introductions. My name's 17th Street. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm the professor. I'm terribly sorry I wasn't able to attend your party. I got waylaid, shall we say.
My name is Malin, and
I am only Rachel. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Very good. And I assume when I check the guest list that the four of you will be on it?
Oh, absolutely not, no. I was somebody's +1.
Fair enough.
Me also.
and I as well.
And who are you the +1s with?
The culprit. Oh, yes, the other unrelated crimes is creeping me out all the time by sending me weird letters, one of which included a +1 ticket to the party, but they're always anonymous. And then one of your weird waiters did ask me to dance.
They weren't supposed to be doing that.
They were doing a lot of things they weren't supposed to be doing.
I did notice.
Hence my assumption that my date was the culprit behind the heinous crimes. And also the unrelated crime of just really always making me very uncomfortable and nervous.
All right, and he snaps his fingers, and a thought form comes over. He mentions something to it, like, go fetch the papers. The thought form wanders off. And the two of you, do you know the culprit as well?
I don't even.
No, he's been anonymous and just stalking our friend, as far as we can tell. Although there were other individuals at the party that we're acquainted with, and, we gotta cover all our bases.
And I myself just bear a keen interest in research and investigation.
A noble pursuit. And the thought form returns with a list, and the list is probably 200 names.
Oh, fun.
You do know that the attendance was not quite that high at the party, with probably 80, 90 people showing up.
Well, I mean, some people lost their invitations on grimy club floors or probably similar places.
I do imagine that some invitations went out to people who are still in shadow, perhaps. Never received them on time.
But you are presented with the guest list. Someone can go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Calm down, Malin.
Well, it's gone forever now.
I'll make one.
Sure.
0?
Hey, you weren't even at the party.
You look at the list and you're like, yep, that's a lot of names.
Damn it.
Stop trying to look at the list at the same time. Stop it!
Me too,
Stop it!
me too.
No.
I also want to roll a 0. 6.
Damn.
Well, if I could find that die that I hurled across the room, it might be a 0. I don't know.
You get one kind of behind you.
Did it land in your purse?
I don't know. Good times had by
I don't
all.
see it.
Yeah, it's gone forever.
This is good TV.
Yeah, should we stop things so you can find your die?
Nope, it's fine.
Okay.
I have more.
So you look over the list to try to find what Ben's name might be.
Benjamin.
That is exactly correct.
Oh.
Boo.
Yes, I knew it. I knew it all along.
Are you sure, Rachel? That sounds a little too obvious?
On the nose?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What? No, listen. What do you think the full name of Bend is gonna be?
I don't know.
It's gonna be something that has Bend in it, right?
Maybe
right?
it's Chuck or something. I don't know.
And he just shortens
Bendlethorpe.
it to Bend? Bendlethorpe. Bendlethorpe is okay.
No, you know what? It's fine, sure.
No, you know what? Let's call this guy here. Let's call this guy Roger. I think that's...
No, do
No,
not
but,
bring Roger
No,
into this.
You're right, though. Benjamin is too easy. It might be Roger. And I think we should bear it out.
I'm so terribly sorry, sir. We'll stop soon.
Yeah, I apologize, Rachel.
Thank
Would it be
you.
alright if we took this or had a copy made?
I'll have a copy made for you.
Of course, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can just pop it in a mailbox. We'll get it.
Is there an address I can have it sent to?
11th Street.
What? You'll get it before I do. Yeah, that works.
Then I believe our business here is concluded.
Thank you very much for your help in our investigation.
And thank you for your time.
Rachel curtsies again.
A pleasure meeting you.
Thanks for the party. The catering was especially nice.
And he does, and goes back to his business. There is a from behind you as the door opens up.
Okay, bye.
And the four of you emerge on the other end of the door.
You know, I quite like this mouth chap. It makes it interesting. It's more than just walking through a portal.
He's a pretty personable fella, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're good at your job. You're very enthusiastic.
Oh, thank you. I try my best. So where to?
We got a name, and we know where these people gather.
We will say that the list had the addresses as well because they had to send out the mail invitation.
Right.
Yes.
So you do have an address for Bend now.
Is it near anyone of us? Like where we live?
It's within Fartown. It's near the False Arch.
Gotcha.
So let's go. Choo-choo.
Well, do we have a plan?
Do we ever?
Yes.
Well, that's just kind of the point I'm driving at.
Perhaps we should make one.
Okay.
Gather somewhere.
Okay, guys. Well,
Well, we want to ask this feller some questions, very polite, like.
Yes. What is our approach? Are we under the assumption that Ben was complicit with this, or
What?
Oh no, he got held down and they jumped in him. He's defo like a victim.
Maybe. It could be misdirection, too. I mean, Malon's the only one who's really got a rapport with the feller, so...
I rescued him with my very cool stunt.
Yeah, that's true. But you never spoke to him in so many words, yeah?
I mean, I think I shouted, "Get on, nerd." I think I shouted that when I was driving past on the cart.
Yeah, Malon, do you feel good taking the point on this?
I remember now. I did call him a nerd. In my defense, he kind of is.
Oh, Malon, please.
yes,
Save us.
definitely not putting my friend here in the lead
I did a
or in
good
the
job.
middle.
I did a good job
Or
with
even
Lord
at the
Penguin.
end.
I did a real good job with
You-
Lord Penguin, man.
Yeah, that went well.
Yes, I agree that we should do that, but also we should have some sort of plan going in.
So, guys, what I'm hearing from you guys is that you need a plan, and that your plan is to acknowledge repeatedly that you need a plan without actually doing one. So here's my plan. Let's go!
No, you're clearly skipping steps. The first step is to establish the
You
need
guys
for a plan.
are repeating that step forever. You guys are
It's a
trapped
good
in that
step.
Until it is cemented, and we are ready to move on to the next step, we shall not move on from the first.
So if I agree that we need a plan, will you actually do a plan? Because that will make it unanimous, and that will cement it.
Good.
Yes.
I agree that we need a plan.
Good,
Okay,
let's
okay.
discuss questions then. Questions that we should ask.
Sure, that's a good idea. We could make a list.
All right. I know there was some discussion on this, but perhaps we need to know where he leads.
Is there a polite or a roundabout way to get to that answer?
We don't even know if it's impolite or not to ask.
I believe in this case, honesty is our best approach. We are recently from Shadow, and we do not remember whether this is an inappropriate question or not. Perhaps would indulge us.
Okay, so we ask them where they got to, these villains? Well, we don't exactly know who is the ringleader behind all this.
Also, he would have had some interaction with the police, so
Oh, yeah. Was he questioned?
maybe they know something.
We could go on a fact-finding mission outside of our interview with him, yes.
We could ask if, I don't know, who he was invited there with. Did he have an invitation, or was he a
Yeah,
plus
yes.
one? Or
He did have an invitation, or he wouldn't have been on the list.
Correct, yes.
Because the plus
right,
ones were just
right.
little cards
Yeah.
that any creep could send to
So,
somebody.
well, but then so who had access to other people's invitations?
Perhaps we should know if he had a plus one.
I mean, if someone was planning on using him as an escape, they would have had to know that he was going to be in attendance, right?
They also would have had to know where he leads.
Well,
That's
maybe
what
not,
I'm-
though.
Yeah, perhaps anywhere is other than
Yeah.
the room they're in is good enough.
You look around and you see a portalman, and you're like, you know what? Better than here. I'd whoosh.
I don't know. It seems like a bit of a risk.
Lots of things seem like a risk. Life seems like a risk.
What I mean is that I think the sort of person who plans a heist, like, a piece of the, what was it called again?
The legacy.
Yeah, legacy. I mean, this isn't.
Legacy.
Oh God.
That's incorrect.
Oh, like Emerald. Okay, no, now I get it. Okay.
What I'm saying is
Bam.
the kind of people
Remember?
who make these sorts of plans don't do it at the spur of the moment. It's not like breaking into a breakfast shop or nothing.
No, it's not like that at all.
I mean, I
Wait,
wouldn't know,
Wait,
but
wait. Okay, give me a second because Kat's having a. give me a,
You're welcome, Cat.
give Kat a second. Give me Kat a.
So wait, you're saying that you can't premeditate a breakfast heist?
No, I'm
Are
saying.
you saying that nobody plans
can.
bacon stealing?
Well,
Plans to steal bacon?
bacon is just a little more easily accessible than the blue scroll of whatever, blue sun
That doesn't
magic.
mean you can't plan a heist.
That's what I'm saying. This was planned, right? It had to be.
Almost certainly, yes.
You did lose me a little bit, though.
Which part?
The breakfast part.
That was just an example. You don't want to forget about it.
Have we all eaten?
Oh, no, that's why I'm getting distracted.
You checked your blood sugar lately? Never mind.
Don't forget to eat.
Is diabetes real?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Is that a shadow thing?
The GM is shrugging.
Yeah.
Let's all sit in silence
Yeah.
and ponder that.
I was waiting for you to burn another secret, because why not? I don't have any, so... Or no, hidden knowledge? Is that what it was?
Yeah, but
Shit, I should burn that all the time.
I think I'm using it inappropriately when I do that.
That's true, but I'm fine with that. If you guys want little tidbits like if diabetes is real,
Yeah.
then sure.
We're just gonna use it on
That's under the
stupid
purview of
questions.
hidden knowledge in my game.
I'm fine with the GM shrugged as the answer to is diabetes real. Like I'm okay with that.
Okay, so what's good to eat in Winterlandia? Or wherever the hell it is we are.
Maybe they have snow cones.
Oh shit, maybe they have snow cones. That's not a filling lunch, but I'm down. Let's go. Come on.
Do they have snow cones?
Well,
Do they have lunch snow cones? Like
made of ham flavor.
I was gonna say just like Turkey Club snow cone.
No, in the actuality, it'd be like a snow cone of pure anguish.
It's
Terrible, I can't stop.
so the group of you goes looking for snow cones.
Well,
Lunch.
we're
I
looking
think
for
we're
snow
looking-
cones. I don't know what Malin and the professor are looking for.
Food, I hope.
Lunch, I think.
I believe we're discussing the plan, trying to come up with questions.
Wait, we know what the professor eats. It's subs. It's Malin who's looking for lunch.
I didn't prep a restaurant.
I mean,
Not a new one.
the The friends on my t-shirt was maybe a hint, I guess, where I was going to end up at fucking restaurants.
Boost your juice.
Alright, the group of you find a sweets shop. It's not lunch, but they do have things similar to snow cones.
If you don't think only Rachel will eat candy for lunch, you have definitely misunderstood this character.
Oh, she'll definitely eat
100%.
candy.
She will eat candy for lunch.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Quent.
Seems
I don't know what
legit.
that means.
Is it like Qued?
Yes.
I think it stands for candy.
Snow cone! I'm
And
inside.
when Melon said that, you see a sign just under Quent. Quent stands for candy.
Ah. Quite.
No, Quent.
I'm believing you all. The professor finds a bench and sits outside.
This is the worst lunch break. Well, I definitely get the closest thing to a snow cone I can find. I can't think about anything else.
And it turns out that they sell sugary things that can actually cure diabetes.
Oh.
So diabetes is real.
It is real, but it's easily handled, thanks magic.
Okay, that's good to know.
Plus good dang actuality. Got that overshadowed. Makes you wonder, though, why'd they put it in shadow? I mean, it was built, right? You know what? Maybe this is too deep for lunch.
Why did they build diabetes into shadow?
That's what I'm asking, but hang on, they got bacon. Oh, it's candy bacon.
Oh, I'll definitely have some of that.
Snow
And we proceed to ignore.
Snow cone. Snow cone.
The lot of you find, well, everyone but the professor finds a bizarre arrangement of sweets. The bacon looked like regular bacon, it feels like regular bacon, it crunches like crispy bacon, but it tastes more like pixie sticks.
Nice.
Ooh, this is good.
Love it. Okay, so only Rachel is definitely getting the closest thing to a snow cone she can find. Also, is there anything on the menu that just seems miserable?
It's not a menu, it's a sweet shop.
Is there anything in the case, or behind the counter, or hanging from the ceiling
That seems miserable.
that seems like it would cause a person misery? Because I know the professor's tastes, and I want to bring him some.
It's like a Birdie Bots every flavor bean with
That-
just sadness.
That's what I was thinking. It's like there's essentially a grab bag of you don't know what kind of sweets and or emotions you're going to get.
Oh, he'd hate that.
Yeah.
He would definitely hate that. I know the professor's tastes.
I don't know if that's true.
Watch, I'll pick something the professor will like.
Okay, what kinds of feelings are there that I can...
Well, this is like the every flavor beans. You don't know what you're going to get.
No, the professor doesn't like unexpected things. Especially if those unexpected things are fun or happiness. He hates those.
Well, if you're looking for individual ones, I'll draw a Sooth card for it because that's easier. Hey, look, they have the feeling of guilt over the past and unresolved issues.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely the kind of thing the professor likes. I do buy that for him. So I have a snow cone and I have a candy that tastes of lingering guilt and unresolved issues. Okay, good.
What a horrible store.
Different strokes.
Okay, so first of all, I got you some candy.
Oh, thank you.
Second of all, we didn't work on the plan at all.
What? We were supposed to do that while we're dining. With questions. We got to come up with more questions.
Did we?
No, we were getting candy. Oh, okay, so what do we got so far? Where did they get to? Has he been investigated or questioned? Police? Anything that involved?
Is it common knowledge where his portal goes?
Does he recognize any of the perpetrators?
Did he enjoy dancing with Melon?
What?
Sure, let's start with a softball.
Yeah.
Why y'all looking at me like that?
You seem to be prepared to say something.
Yeah, you have a look on your face like you're gonna propose something.
No, I just wasn't sure how that last question was gonna lead to... Is there more to it?
Oh, I thought we were just coming up with questions to ask him. I didn't think they had to be productive questions.
Oh, Rachel, you remember the thing about the plan? We agreed to the plan?
I begrudgingly agreed to the plan because it was the only way to get you guys to stop saying we need a plan repeatedly.
Yeah,
I still don't actually think we need a plan.
Yeah, we're
We
back to step
definitely
one.
need a plan.
Oh, shit.
Put the candy in my mouth. What is this, boy?
The store owner said that it tastes like regret and unresolved issues from the past.
Yeah. I definitely regret taking anything from you.
Well, you do like those horrible sandwiches.
I haven't spat this out yet.
See, I told you. Okay, so, let's see. Yeah, we'll start off with just like, it was a lovely night. This would be Malin, obviously. Sorry about the crime that happened to you. That was bad. We don't like crime.
Not so much a question, but a good starting point, yes.
It's important to commiserate with people.
Yeah, a little bit of empathy goes a long way.
And then, if they were going to use you as an escape route, like, I hope this isn't presumptuous of us, but, like, where do you lead to?
Wait, is it always the same place? Is
Yes.
this knowledge that someone else would be able to access?
Yeah. And then it's like, I guess, have the police talk to you. Are you doing okay?
That might be a good one to actually put near the beginning.
Yeah. But I think most of what we need to know is kind of where he leads. And maybe how many people jumped in him.
Is that something you can count while you being... You know what, never mind.
Also,
I imagine you'd notice people just kind of going through you.
does it hurt?
I think we're getting into questions that lie somewhere beyond the scope of our investigation.
Also offensive.
Yeah, that.
Or at least uncomfortable.
Yep.
I think we're as prepared as we're going to be.
Great, excellent.
Yeah, I'm done my candy.
What a good plan. So let's go to Ben's house.
Since we're changing locations, we draw a new Sooth card. This time we have the Lucky Coin.
Ooh.
That sounds good.
It's enhancing silver magic and diminishing gold.
Is that Columbo?
What?
The man on the card, from here, he looks like Columbo.
I mean,
Kind of.
yeah.
Hey, listeners. Hey, listeners, the man on the card looks like Detective Columbo.
Hey, Terrence.
From like the 1970s or what the hell ever.
In fairness, the cards can be looked up online.
Yeah, that's true.
And actually, you should, because a lot of these cards are extremely rad and very, very cool looking. The art on these is gorgeous. Sorry, carry on.
Thanks.
Going or
So at some point, I'm just gonna, like, shriek something while you're saying things. That'll make for great podcasts.
It's fine.
Shriek the word podcast crime at her during her speech.
Oh, no. Okay.
So the Lucky Coin means that, surprise, something good happens. When you guys are headed on your way towards Ben's place, you catch a glimpse of a lacuna. It could be Bend, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell, that heads through this black doorway with peeling paint on it. Above the doorway, you can see a flickering neon sign that says 0. Now, you all have heard of Zeros before.
Right.
This is a very well-known bar among Bisley. This bar always shows up in a different location. It's known to be under the different suns as well. And 0 is the name of the demon, which is the bar.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a different bar every night because the demon changes its form. As near as people can tell, the 0 holds no ill will towards anyone. He doesn't seem to desire violence like most demons do. And it makes for a pretty chill hangout.
Well, are we going?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I use the fact that I'm fluent in all Satans, which I believe means that I speak the languages of spirits and demons and what have you.
Yeah.
To just kind of greet the bar in its native tongue. Just give Zero a polite greeting.
The bar doesn't say anything back,
No, it's yeah.
but you guys open up the door. You immediately hear the clattering of pool balls.
Ooh.
There's wood planking along the walls, kind of a smoky haze in the air, and people all around shooting pool, throwing darts. It also has a love tester in the corner. You can see a bald, dark-skinned man behind the counter. You can identify one of the patrons in Bend, who has just walked in and is headed towards the bar. You also see a few other interesting folk around. There's a woman who the skin around her head is kind of an orangey color, and it looks like there's a light inside of her head where her eyes are, and she lights up like a jack-o'-lantern.
Rad.
Nice.
Good look. Very cool. Like it.
Yeah, yeah.
You also see a demon with a dark almost fluid shape to his head, but he's wearing a silk suit and gloves, although no shoes, and you can see his clawed feet sticking up beneath. And he's currently sitting up at the bar where Bend is headed.
Well, that looks like the feller.
Yeah.
That's our man.
I believe so, although it was Malin who got the best look at him.
Melon.
I think so.
Oh, well, that's rather convenient, isn't it?
Now, just a question, are we, I don't want to mob the guy, but are we all going, or is like...
I go order a beer.
I guess Rachel's on it.
Malin, would you mind starting us off? Perhaps invite him to our table.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That is a wonderful idea. Yes. Alan goes up to the bar, probably next to only Rachel.
Okay, yeah,
And
let's just
also-
ask.
Also between only Rachel and Ben. To have backup, but also...
Pretending not to be watching intently.
Yes.
Not doing a great job.
Bartender, I would like something sweet, something unusual, something very straightforward and expected, and something sad.
Desperately sad.
Now, when you say unusual, how unusual?
Look over at Malin.
For the kind of person who enjoys getting robbed because it's never happened before.
I have just a thing.
Oh, that one was for me.
I know you. I know the party's tastes.
There was something sweet, something straightforward, something unusual, and
Something sad.
something sad.
Desperately sad.
Or frightened. But like low-key anxious frightened, not like spikes of terror.
Usually people want something to help with the low-key anxious.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll see what I can do. So, for something totally ordinary, he provides a beer.
Yes!
Yeah. Yep.
For something sweet, brings out something that looks like a martini, but there's a little foam at the top and you determine that it's kind of like cotton candy.
Heck yeah. Yes, please.
There's a dark drink that you can see your own reflection in, and it makes you look sad. And there's a little bottle that it brings out, and it's just labeled the red.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
And when he brings the red out, it says, careful, it has some bite.
Great.
Oh my.
Oh, Ben leans forward. Didn't see you there. Hello.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I don't think I remember you.
We met briefly on the night of the party. You danced with my friend here.
Hello.
Oh, Malin, it's good to see you again.
And you. It looks like
I'm
you're
gonna
doing
take
well.
these back to the table.
So it looks like you're doing well.
Yes, still in two places in one piece.
I love him. He's so good.
Are you okay? I heard that you were in the crowd when they were attacked.
I was, in fact, bashed in the head. It was wonderful. Well, it was an experience, if nothing else.
Oh yes, and then we rode out on the cart together.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it was quite a night for me.
It was absolutely bizarre. Yeah, we were just wandering around with some friends of mine. Would you like to join us at our table?
And looks over to the demon sitting beside him. Go on, we'll speak later.
Malin attempts to memorize that demon's oily face.
Yeah, in fact, afterwards I can show you a picture of it. I mean, I won't do it now because that's bad podcasting.
Right.
It hasn't stopped us before. Oh wait, it hasn't stopped me before. Sorry.
Can I say, which Batman villain does he look like Cat?
No, Malin memorizes his feet because she also hates shoes, and that's a thing that she noticed. I was actually going to comment on it. She goes back to the table.
And Ben turns, hello everyone, I'm Ben.
I think you met 11th Street briefly at the kind of story sharing circle. I got you a beer.
Oh, thank you.
The professor will intercept that.
No, I got this one for you.
Yes, quite. Pass it to 11th Street.
11th Street just stares into it.
After the candy incident.
And this is our friend the professor, who sadly wasn't able to make the party.
A pleasure to meet you.
It might have been for the best.
Apparently so, yes.
What brings you all to Zero's tonight?
I wanted cotton candy.
Well, you found it, I guess. What What do they call that?
No clue. I just asked for something sweet.
All right.
Does it look like something from that Kids in the Hall sketch, Girl Drink Drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, so yes.
Okay. First of all, Kids in the Hall is our heritage, you
Yeah,
monsters.
yeah.
Second of all, Girl Drink Drunk is amazing, so I'm done. You can continue with the non-criminal good podcasting, because I'm done.
Well, actually, what brings us here is you, sort of.
Oh.
We had heard you might be around, and we wanted to make sure that you were all right after the incident. I know it's been some time, but...
Yeah, I'm fine. How did you know I'd be here?
We asked around some.
Oh, okay.
Actually, we didn't.
Yes, in this exact location, that's pure chance. We were headed to your neighborhood to track you down.
What can I help you all with?
Well, we wanted to, again, see that you were well, and frankly, we don't understand how your portal works, and we've been discussing it, but we've no clue, and we were very curious. We were hoping you could indulge us.
Actually, we're trying to find the criminal who jumped into you.
Come now.
Were we not supposed to say
I
that?
don't think we were, no.
Was that? But that was one of the questions that was in the plan.
Don't
was
be
later in the plan.
indelicate.
Oh.
Hi. Okay. So, quick question. How does your, blood and things work?
Right?
Well,
Oh, no shit. He knows this stuff, though, for real. So, I mean, I know you're trying to make a point, and understandably so, but...
You thin it with alcohol and a drink.
Oh, dang. Oh, I bought that for Professor.
Now that you can't see the reflection, it no longer brings you sadness.
God, that was... I'm fine.
Well, mostly because of the probably extremely upsetting and traumatic way that the culprit did jump into you. We were hoping that you might know where we can look for the culprit. And also, we wanted to make sure that you were okay on account of the fact that the culprit jumped into you.
It's the fourth time.
Sorry, I think you might have something off. Nobody jumped into
Really?
me.
Oh,
It was
what?
thought forms, wasn't it? There was a lot of chaos going on.
I could have sworn it.
Thought forms threw the scroll through me.
Oh, they hucked it into... That must have been profoundly weird.
I mean, a little. It's not the first time I bumped into someone and ended up somewhere else.
But is it the first time someone's, launched something into you?
You ever been in a snowball fight?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I've never been hit.
please don't tempt her, please.
Guys, let's go get back on the
And
trail.
Malin covers her mouth.
Sir, that's somewhere else. Do you happen to know where it is? Is it always the same, or does it change?
I mean, it wanders a little bit as I do, but it's always around the same spot.
Oh, and whereabouts would that be?
Right now, I'm here, and I'm at the Temple of Calamon.
where's that? I haven't heard of it.
It's not in Saturnine. It's a ways further. You can get there by the Indigo Rail. Takes you to a few different spots here.
Oh.
Or, I mean, I've got a shortcut.
Yes. Are you able to take your own portal? Does that work?
I mean, I'm already there.
Yes. If you were to transport yourself, could you be in the same place?
Nah, man.
I'm sure I don't understand.
I think he's suggesting that he exists in both places.
Yes, I understand.
Right.
I was wondering if it's possible for him to exist in one place only.
He holds up his hands and claps, and they do not go into each other.
See, I think
That was
maybe...
an enlightening demonstration, thank you.
Correct me if I have this wrong, but it's kind of like your own shadow. I was in a different place, but same relative to you, kind of. You can't be in the same place as your shadow. It's on the floor, and you're standing.
Right.
And even
Yes.
if you were laying on the floor, your shadow's like beside you, you know?
I'm terribly sorry. I'm still adapting to the actuality. It's not been long enough, apparently.
Also, I must say, that sounds profoundly wonderful.
Can I get you a drink? You're the only one without one.
Sorry, I can't actually drink.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Is there anything you get out of a bar that I can ask the bartender for on your behalf?
I'm here for the atmosphere.
Okay, well, I will buy you that.
We will provide you that.
The atmosphere
go.
right now, my treat.
So, another related question. Were you invited to the party, or were you a +1?
Oh, no, I had an invitation.
You had an invitation.
Did you have a +1?
Oh, my brother, he couldn't make it.
Oh, so you were there by yourself?
Yes.
For a bit, anyway.
Interesting.
I suppose. Did you tell a lot of people that you had been invited to this party?
I mean, it was exciting to get an invitation. It wasn't a secret.
Yeah, of course. I'm just worried that maybe someone's been following you. Have you noticed anyone taking more than a usual interest in you?
Oh, I didn't think about that. No, I don't even know if I'd know if I was followed. Some of your mannerisms are very foreign to me.
Yeah.
Us too.
Yeah, I apologize on Rachel's behalf.
Oh, get Ben.
We did. He's right here.
Oh, no, Bench with a T. With a T. Okay, look, unrelated to that. Let's go play pool.
Or have a snowball fight.
No, I'm just saying that you've insulted my honor, and now we need to settle it on the green field of honor. And the professor needs to come and be the referee, and the three of us need to go over there.
I don't know what
Pool!
kind of game. Yeah, pool doesn't have a referee. What are you thinking of?
Over there!
It's fine. I'll be calculating the angles. Come.
No, I'm worried she's gonna be
He's
using
gonna do
that
math.
stick. It's got a pointy end.
And I think at this point, the two of you are just dragging on 11th Street off towards the pool table.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Occasionally I shout field of honor or pool, but that's pretty much...
I'm afraid she's going to use that stick.
That's what I used to play pool, ding dong.
Yeah, I'm worried you're gonna hit me with the thing instead of the cue ball.
Oh yeah, that's a real
Why
concern.
do we need a referee?
In case I decide to make it a game of darts.
That's what I'm worried about.
Javelins.
Yeah. Catch. Hey Ben, can you come stand in front
No,
of me?
false, wrong.
I need a bodyguard.
For my physical body. I'm so sorry for my friend.
They seem like fun people.
That's a good word for it.
Field of honor.
Cool.
Because I feel like there's been a shift in the scene, I'm going to draw a new Sooth card.
Okay.
And we have the Swan. So our new card is the Swan, which is only Rachel's companion.
Ooh.
So currently you have +1 to anything you attempt.
Field of honor.
Also, the meanings of the Swan include latent talents, so I think only Rachel discovers that she has a knack for pool.
Hell yeah.
But in this moment, we'll shift back to Malin and Bend. Yeah, fun is a good word.
That's the right one, I think. Sorry for our indelicate questions.
It's okay. I mean, there's always a little bit of misunderstanding. I was more just surprised to see all of these people with you. I mean, I kind of thought you might look me up.
Well, I did try. I mean, you were sort of assaulted at a party, and so was I, so...
Yeah, I understand it. Like, the night kind of got away from us.
Are you having a seizure?
Are you? Get that toolbox?
I'm trying!
Bye. Bye, Dave. I need to get out. Bye. Okay, I think I'm alright. I'm not in this scene. I'm winning at pool.
Are you all chasing after the scroll?
Well, the professor's interested in learning more about the legacy, and it seemed like a good way to look you up. And also, yes, we're definitely investigating the theft. And not because I wanted to look you up at all.
I mean, it's hard to...
Charisma check.
Oh, yeah. I assumed that the check failed.
Yeah.
Because that's what that sounded like to me.
Can you willfully fail rolls in this game?
Sure, you can not try at things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, question, have you been drinking your drink?
I haven't even opened it yet. I'm now concerned about what it contains.
Okay.
Since, I mean, it worked out fine for these three.
It did not.
It really didn't.
The professor got a beer.
I
It's probably
stared,
colder than he likes it.
stared into the depths of my soul for a couple minutes there.
So,
Mine
yeah,
was great.
I just sort of like, it's like a little tiny bottle, right?
Yeah.
So I just kind of like crack it open and then I smell it.
Now, the smell to it is interesting. Sharp. Both metaphorically and a little bit literally, like it stings the nostrils.
Gives you a nosebleed.
And it's like, what did you get?
I'm not sure. It's called the Red, is what he said. Have you heard of it?
I mean, I haven't paid too much attention to the drinks.
That's fair.
Leans over a little bit. Ooh, ooh, oh, okay.
Well, I guess. And she like takes a little sip out of the bottle.
All right, make me an endurance roll.
Hooray!
Oh, shit.
Am I getting shithoused?
Again?
Again? Huh. Bad. So I rolled a 3.
Okay. So it burns, and you actually take an injury as oh yeah, that, you know how pineapple is trying to digest you first.
Yes.
Like this thing, like ooh, it might work.
Well, that's something. And I put it down and just kind of like leave my hand on it, so it looks like I have a drink. But I'm definitely not drinking it.
Well, I mean, if you guys are chasing after the scroll, I can offer you a quick trip to where it went.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure we'd be interested in that. How do we find you later?
Oh,
That's right. Best phone number question ever.
Writes down his address, not phone number, because
Yep.
phones, right?
Yep, phones.
He can't even hold it in his shoulder, so how can he do anything, right? Like,
Oh, and it's gone.
no, it's gone.
Now it lives in the giant storybook.
I suppose he says his address to you and you write it down so that he doesn't try to pick up something that could slide through him.
Right, yeah. Just get lost in the other place.
It's really easy to find.
Thank you for eavesdropping!
No problem.
And if there's nothing else you wanted to do with Ben here?
Before we go, I'm so sorry for interrupting your meeting with your friend over there.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call him a friend, but he's an interesting character.
I do like interesting characters.
Yeah, that's Mr. Aegon. He's a helpful sort, but should always be wary when a demon wants to be helpful.
That's a good point.
But I shouldn't keep him waiting.
Yes, of course. Well, let me collect my friends and then we'll head out. So I wander over to the others and I hand Rachel the drink and I'm like, you can finish that.
Sure.
Chug! It's delicious. Can I roll to lie?
Most people could. You can't.
I cannot.
I mean, you can if you want to, but you can also drink it anyway without thinking about it.
My experience at that one New Year's Eve party Eric threw is that if people are handing you drinks, it's because they're bad.
Yep.
And if everyone at the party hands you the cheap champagne Eric bought because it's bad, and you just keep drinking it, you're not going to have a good time.
Oh man, that was bad stuff.
Can I point out that the chips Kat brought to last game, what were they again?
Bad. So I definitely got a 2 on the endurance.
You can go ahead and take an injury
Owie.
as it feels like it's trying to dissolve you. It's closer to drinking something caustic than alcohol.
Oh, this is what happens when you tell the bartender it's for someone who likes getting robbed. Yeah.
Told the bartender what?
That it's for somebody who likes getting robbed.
Oh, God.
Or more accurately, she likes that she got robbed because it was a new experience, right?
I mean, did you use those words or did you use your first phrasing?
I used a bunch of words. I can't remember.
I'm sure you can't.
Your pool game ended abruptly when you totally cleaned house.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you didn't win because there's no such thing as doing laps around. It's not a race, and we didn't have to throw the pool.
Want to call my next shot? 3-ball your stupid mouth?
You know what? I think I've had enough violence for one pool game.
Wait, is that 3 balls or just the 3 ball? I feel like
It's
it's
the 3
relevant.
ball.
Okay.
Take the 8 ball.
Where's the 8 ball?
Well, presumably it just got sunk.
Yeah, just got sunk. I'll start like lifting balls back on the table, and maybe I'll pocket the 8 ball.
Do we pay money for our drinks?
Yeah, the drinks have a cost to them. Between the group, it would be probably 2 crystal.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Total?
Yeah.
No, I'll get it.
Okay.
Fun in this.
Where the hell did I put my spells again?
Are you trying to use the spell that'll make it disappear
Yeah.
somewhere else?
Yeah,
Because
there it is.
you can do
Object
that.
Arcanum. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. I have an 8 ball. That's sorcery.
Yep.
Okay. My demons tell me to do things. I do them. Usually.
That's not great.
Look,
Have you met 11th Street? We were roommates.
No, man, I get it.
making your way in the world today takes everything you got.
She did say cheers.
I said it.
I forfeit.
So, when you take the 8 ball and make it
Oh,
vanish
yeah.
to wherever
Oh my god.
Object Arcanum takes it,
This bar is a demon.
uh,
I got experience with them.
you hear just the whisper of a voice that says, "Seems crowded." And then the 8 ball isn't with you anymore.
Well, I wouldn't know because it's currently somewhere else, so it'll not be there when I go to retrieve it.
You can't take 0 out of zeros.
No.
Are you guys going to head through Bend?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
I do have a question though. At any point, are we going to take a door that isn't also a sentient human being of some kind?
No.
Well, the last door wasn't really a sentient human being.
It was part of a sentient being.
You walked through a regular door to get into zeros.
Yes.
Well, it's a demon, not a...
Yeah, but the door was part and parcel of a sentient being.
Yeah.
That's true.
My only proposition would be that perhaps we head back to the library and we do some research on the place that we're going to be sure that we are thoroughly well informed of what we need, and perhaps...
Yeah.
That's very invisible, son.
Yeah.
D&D, we would rush through the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we need appropriate outerwear. Maybe a fancy hat or something.
And I feel like I
What are
could
you
use a
saying
short
about
rest.
I'm saying it's real fancy, but, I don't know, maybe we gotta switch out.
Alright.
He did give me his address, so
Excellent.
find him later.
Yes,
I'm learning this right
find 'em
now
later.
and wasn't listening.
Yeah, she was
I believe you.
busy gloating.
And winning.
Which didn't take me long, so I had time to eavesdrop. It's fine.
That's fair.
How was I supposed to know she was a pool shark?
Hee.
And that's where we will end the session, so we just have character summaries. So we'll go around and find out if people made any progress on their character arcs. Who wants to go first?
That sounds like a self-nomination.
Sure does.
Jesus.
Since no one else can talk till you're done making that
I
noise.
can't talk till I'm done making that noise. So no one at all can talk until I was looking at my character arc and I was like, Rachel never does her character arc. She just does whatever she wants. But now that I think about it, my character arc just reads "solve a mystery" in all caps.
You did get to declare like what the mystery was. when you took
It was definitely who my upsetting secret admirer is.
Yes.
And I did make strides toward that, actually.
You learned a little bit about who it might have been. You're going to get a copy of the people who were invited, and it's entirely possible that the name is on that list. So yeah, you will have earned. That's probably. It's usually 2 acumen for making steps. So yeah, you get 2 acumen for continuing your
Great.
story arc. Now, how did only Rachel feel about today?
Great. She got to win at pool. She got to have cotton candy. She got to have a snow cone. She got to meet Columbo. It was great.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't remember meeting Columbo,
He's right there.
but you can go ahead and take a joy for the session.
Which means I do need like 2 straight sessions of despair.
Right?
I'm just
Yeah.
always having fun.
This is what you get for playing the happy-go-lucky fuck.
This is true.
That's okay. I'm going to start using my GM shifts, where in the midst of something I can put an obstacle, and whoever I do that against gets a despair.
Oh, I see.
Even if you don't solve it.
Even if you don't solve it. And I can take a situation you're in and complicate it
Yeah.
And if I do that, you get despair.
Nice.
Can you still overcome it and get joy at the end? Or do you just only
Oh,
get
yeah.
despair? Okay.
You get that despair in addition to rewards at the end.
Yay!
Or I can do it to give you guys joy. If you're struggling with something, I can make it easier or give you an answer and give someone joy for doing that.
Okay.
Although, if people typically have too much joy, I'm going to be doing the ones that give you despair to help you level up.
Hello. Gotcha.
I will go. Well, one of my character arcs is develop a bond, and I have gotten a phone number, or the equivalent.
Absolutely.
So I feel like that's happening.
Yeah, you can go ahead and take 2 acumen for that one.
Yay!
And then, how was your day?
It was great. Malin flirted with a dude. And also it seems like he was interested back, so...
So you can go ahead and take a joy.
Your face right now.
Right?
What?
She's making fun of my face.
I'm not making fun of your face. I'm
Also-
making fun of what your face is doing.
It was half a dude? As
No,
we
it's
learned?
the whole
Or
dude.
2 dudes.
Or 2 dudes. Oh, God.
Got both a brother and a twin.
No, he
Kinda?
does have a brother.
And also is also somewhere else.
He's one dude. He's just in 2 places. It's not
Yeah,
wrong.
wait, does he know that other... He says it's him, so does he... Can see in 2 places at once? We don't know. We never asked.
Let's
GM
ask him.
shrugs.
Yeah.
Well, let's ask him when he gets to the other side.
Yeah, maybe that guy's
'Cause
called
it,
something
like-
different.
If he recognizes us and is like,
Right.
"Hey, sup, guys," then we know that it's just the same guy
Yeah.
in 2
Oh,
places at once.
imagine-
Like he keeps saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can pop out and say, hey, remember us.
And if he goes, who the fuck are you? What a terrible life.
It's like a
I hate
scroll.
you.
A scroll launches itself out of your chest, and you're like,
What?
"What's he doing?"
Yeah. God damn it, my twin.
All
I
right,
love
gentlemen.
So, well, I made a tiny bit of progress on the subway by looking up the map, but I don't know
Yeah.
if that counts a lot.
Yeah, we didn't award you anything for it during the development mode when you were working towards it.
Right.
So we'll give you the 2 acumen now for it.
Okay, and then also my other arc is Solve the Mystery of the Blue Scroll, and we've made some progress to that.
Have you earned anything towards that before?
No, because I just took it before last session, and then we did the.
Then today
development
will
mode.
be the introduction where you
that's where I took
introduced. You took it here, and you get 1 acumen for starting it.
Oh,
Essentially,
Okay.
you've expressed that your character wants to do this, and that's 1 acumen for starting the quest.
Okay.
Or starting the arc.
Yeah, I'll do the math later. And then, God, 11th Street's days are never clear-cut as far as good, bad. I mean, there was some good stuff, hanging out with friends and advancing the plots and things like that. But then, there was also hanging out with friends. Losing pool.
You did lose, yeah.
I mean, the drink was not exactly what he'd hoped for, but I mean, the candied bacon was good.
Kenny Bacon was.
I don't know. Does anyone else have any input? I could really swing either way on this one.
Depends how much you like retro detective serials.
You didn't even get to keep the 8-ball.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I don't know that yet, and I wouldn't have even noticed that it seems crowded in here thing. It's like, oh, new voice. Sure. I think I'll go with good. I think on the whole it was good,
Sure,
despite
you
a
can take
couple
a
low
joy.
spots. Yeah.
Okay, and the professor wants to uncover a secret, learn about legacy. I mean, I suppose he has made some progress towards this, but I don't know that this is a significant enough amount.
No, it's fine. As long as you're pursuing it in a session, then I'm pretty good with giving the acumen for that. So you can take the 2 acumen for continuing that story.
Excellent. And as for his day, it was good. He got a free drink. He got free candy that, despite his protests, I think he did appreciate. Maybe not enjoy.
Yeah.
The professor is above having to enjoy things in order to appreciate them.
So yeah, all in all, it was a pretty good day.
Yeah, the professor can take a joy for the day. It was just a session where people got to have a good time, a successful search. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
We came up
bit.
with a
A
plan.
little bit. Which
Yeah.
one of us is Millhouse?
You. If you have to ask who the Millhouse is, it's you.
It's probably true.
That's a fair rule.
I did have a question is, how many days were there, or weeks, whatever, between our last session, if we're keeping track of our savings and things?
I think it was 3 weeks between the end of the party and this session.
Okay.
The development mode session happened in between
In between.
those because time kind of jumped around.
Okay.
So it's been more than a month since we started, right?
It has been about a month since you started.
Okay, so I get hidden knowledge because that's a thing I do. I get one a month.
You exchange money for hidden knowledge, where I just
See,
have
it
money.
is currently early February.
Okay.
Feminine.
Yes, that's
Great.
how much money I have.
Well, thank you, Terrence, for joining us this evening.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Terrence.
Terrence.
Thanks, Terrence.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Wonderful, subtle, by the way.
There's one thing only Rachel never ever does, and it is subtle. God damn it! I don't think she can spell subtle. Oh, she can. She can spell a lot of words.